what I'm going to call the 30-year videos. Today is October 1st, 2017, and the program is now 30 years old. Started the day of Woody earthquake. And I'm going to do different ones so I can keep them short and brief. One will be about convenience zones and grocers and services. One's going to be about legislation. One's going to be about the recycling industry. Probably do one about the environmental industry. And today we're going to start off with the first one, regulation. In the beginning, everybody kind of pitched in to come up with regulations, but according to those inside, there was a bias not to create regulation. They didn't like it. It was too much pain in the ass, maybe, or maybe it was too restrictive on them. In fact, one of the branch chiefs of enforcement loved to used to make decisions on an as necessary basis. That's selective. That's picking and choosing, and whether or not you're his friend or not. And that's basically the way it worked out. Now, this week I had a processor make a reduction on a client at the instructions of Cal Recycle. And Cal Recycle made this decision because they saw containers which they knew were from out of state. But those containers also satisfied the regulations as to purchase and be required to purchase them and purchase them legally. And so they made an arbitrary decision to make a reduction. The processor's employee even helped estimate how much to take off the load from this recycler. Now they're banking on another section of law which really doesn't apply here, but they make a deduction and the processor facilitates. So we've gone from creating a program and trying to help people operate to deliberately going after them when they've done nothing wrong according to the regulations. And I had a caller call in, and he'd gotten my name from a recycler, and he wanted to know about getting into this business. Now, he was an immigrant, and there are hundreds of immigrants in this program. And he was different, though. He was highly educated, had a degree in mechanical engineering and a master's degree in mechanical engineering. And in engineering, you learn systematic ways to solve problems. And so, basically, when I laid out all the problems with enforcement and the risk involved and these types of things, I basically convinced him that this was not a good business to get into and risk a lot of money and the involvement of his family. I want to bring in a couple relatives. I have submitted petitions to the department and some to OAL. If I submit one to OAL, it's for a determination on whether the policy of the department is underground, whether they're just making up their own interpretation, not what the law says. The other types of petitions are for them to adopt regulations that should be adopted. So, for example, they have this prepayment controls policy which can put anybody out of business in the blink of an eye by capturing, by confiscating their personal property, their cash, and they think they have the right to do it. Well, the controller said no, so I petitioned them. I said, here, create these regulations. Cal Recycle does not get regulations done. All you have to do is analyze their past history over the past 4 or 5 years. They have a large workload, but they don't seem to get any of it done. These prepayment controls, the branch chief that was working on it, he's gone. So are they ever going to get these regulations done so that the industry knows what the law is and how it affects them? And if the department attempts to do something that's too onerous, too burdensome, that they can stop it. They have a way to stop it. They didn't have a way to stop it when the department put language into a budget bill in 2013 and then did it again in 2014. That's when an agency has a stranglehold over the industry. This is the stuff that's got to be watched and watched carefully. And one of the things is the decisions that are made by the department. They don't make very good decisions. Those need to be watched. So that's just a brief coverage of regulation. They've bastardized their interpretation in certification. They're preventing licensing at a time when we need more recyclers licensed. They basically are operating in a manner which is contrary to parts of their statutory requirements to aid and assist, and that's what we don't find. So, as far as regulation is concerned, it is used as a weapon. It is not used as a tool to assist, and that's 30 years, and that's where we're at now. So, what's the solution? Change the program, change the system, force them to operate based upon regulations, impose standards upon them to do their job, and California's recyclers might start to get some benefit from this program. It's all about benefiting the public, and right now, that's very, very difficult to do, and in this program, very dangerous. 30 years of regulation in a nutshell. Thank you.